Welcome to the latest edition of Inside Carolina. I'm your host, Hannah Horn, a proud alumna of the university. Well, spring 2024 has been a busy semester, beginning with the unveiling of a monument honoring the 3 students who desegregated the University of South Carolina 60 years ago. First, let's give our May graduates a huge shout out. We are so proud of you, and we're also very excited to see how you're going to impact our world. Please don't forget to write home and visit often. Up next, Awards Day at USC. Hundreds of Gamecocks soared to new heights in 2024, and each year we pause to celebrate the service and scholarship of these outstanding students. Now to the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center for Discover USC, where more than 1,000 emerging scholars from across the university system showcased ideas that will help shape our future. And on April 19th, the university unveiled a stunning tribute to the 3 students who stood up for equality 60 years ago. We'll take you to the historic event. We'll also show you exclusive behind-the-scenes footage of the creative process and hear firsthand from one of the students featured on this incredible masterpiece. Join us as we go inside Carolina.
USC is a historic university, but it's also a modern university. Our relevance depends on our ability to look forward and to move forward. To do this, we must shoulder the truths of our past. Today, we celebrate and honor the irresistible ones who changed our history.
It is wonderful to see how the doors of opportunity can swing open. May their contributions be an inspiration to others, paving the way for future scholars at the University of South Carolina.
If we do not know our history, then we don't fully understand how things have come to be as they are. We have a responsibility and a solemn obligation to not only preserve what has been accomplished, but to approve it for future generations.
I take great pride in knowing that in some small way, 60 years ago, I legally opened a door. Or as Congressman John Lewis would say, I got in the way of a policy, of a tradition that had passed its time. In this moment, on this great getting up morning, I am no longer holding my breath. I can exhale. Thank you so much.
This monument is indeed remarkable, and no detail was spared in bringing this important moment in USC's history to life. In February of 2022, the university's Board of Trustees voted to commission this important work, and a search then began for an artist. In October, world-renowned sculptor Basil Watson was selected, and the meticulous process to turn an iconic 2-dimensional photograph into a 3-dimensional monument began. It went from a small-scale model to a powerful 12-foot statue cast in bronze atop a beautiful granite base located near the place where that historic photo was taken more than 60 years ago.
The real heroes are the 3 persons in the story who went through it, but to be a part of that is an honor. I want people to connect with the figures, with the persons that are making this journey.
What I've always loved about the photograph of Monteith, Anderson, and Solomon poised on the steps of Osborne was the beginning of a new era, but mostly it was their courage as they were looking out across the campus. And what makes this sculpture so powerful is it captures the courage of that moment for me.
It is a privilege to make this come to life, this important part of the history of the university. From the very beginning was always exciting to me.
To be a part of this project, this particular project, being not just a board member, but a student, a graduate of the University of South Carolina, it means a lot to me for this sculpture to be displayed on our university's campus, because it memorializes a part of our history, a point in our history that symbolizes the coming together.
All my sculptures are about heroes. My hope is that it inspires others to find that hero within themselves and recognize that a hero is not somebody else out there. A hero lies within us, and we can make that kind of contribution.
Our next guest is a trailblazing USC alumna who needs no introduction. Henri Monteith Treadwell shares her reaction to this important moment in USC's history.
When students see the statue, I want them to reflect upon the fact that we looked calm. And I think Basil, the sculptor, will have captured that. But we were calm, we were resolute, and simply doing the job that we had evidently been placed on this earth to do. As prospective students enter the gates, I want them to also think about, why are you coming here? And what do you hope to achieve? And when you leave, what will you leave for posterity? I think it will be like when you go to see other museums and things, you think how far we've come. And even though some will say it took us 60 years to get here, well, we're there. So I don't focus on the length of time. People have to put their minds in the right place in order for us to see change. And I have to limit my aspirations, but my commitment is there. And that's what I want more of us to see, the commitment to changing our world and to inspiring our young children so that they, in fact, will also grow up to lead, not just to be, but to lead.
What a remarkable story, a hero to me, and I know so many others. We will be back next month, and I can promise another exciting announcement, so join us when we return with Inside Carolina.